Alright guys, so we just got accepted to the Autorama once again, and the weather is finally kind of broken, so I'm pulling this dark roast out because this was one that was accepted. We are bringing two, but I want to do one on this first because some of the brackets, I let Matthew ride it down the hill, and with it being bumpy and stuff, some of the brackets broke, so which, you know, I'm not surprised because when we got this done we had like a week to kind of rush things, so I didn't really, you know, take my time with the weld. I just wanted it done. So now I'm going to take my time, fix things. We want to add a roof, fix these brackets, and maybe clean up the frame a bit. So we're going to bring this into the garage to get that going, and hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully I can get another win because this is the third year in the row. It'd be nice to have a three-peat in my category, which is mini vehicles. Alright guys, so I got the go-kart in here. I got the frame right here and then the body up on this table. So I'm going to start with the frame because there's not much that I have to do with the body. Mine is just clean it, and mainly that's it. So with the frame though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up, paint the frame, take the steering wheel off, fix that. The issue, it's not a big issue, but a lot of the frame has overspray on it from when it was sitting in the back part of the garage and I would paint something. So it has a lot of overspray. So what I want to just clean that up, so then when looking at it within the Autorama, it looks nice and clean. So, and another thing I want to do is I want to go over some stuff that I welded on prior to the show, because a lot of the stuff was just kind of barely welded on. So go over my welds. The key here, I would like to position that differently. So I would like to do that. And so I want to just do some cleaning up on the frame, making it look better. And then with the body, it's going to be just cleaning it up. I'm just short on time because I think we have about 3 or 4 weeks to get this go-kart and another go-kart done. So I gotta get working. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then get to you hopefully when it's all done. Alright guys, so I took the key apart because this thing, when it was sitting, it kind of bulged it out a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, this hole here, there's an existing hole, I'm just going to drill that out to this size and just get it to where the key will sit like that instead of, you know, sitting like this. So I'm going to do that just so it's, you know, a little neater. And so that's what the plan is for this one, is just drill it out and have the key sit back a little more. So I'm going to get the drill, and then I'm going to drill it out. Alright guys, so I have these this like metal here, and this threaded rod, and this just random piece of metal that actually came off of a riding mower. And what I did, as you see, I cut out a square or a rectangle, and I cut some of this, and I cut a piece of that. And if you come over here, this is what I got. So this is going to be the part that, you know, slides in. And the battery, I had to let this cool down a bit. As we go over here to the frame, as you see, everything will be here. So I'm going to have it sit like so, and then the battery will sit in, and then the wires will be just plugged in like that, and they'll sit here. And I got a bolts, got bolts for it. And then the battery I have right here actually fits perfectly. And then the one piece will go on like so. and then you just bolt it down. This is how it's going to be, and then when it's in, it'll just be, I'm going to weld it, tack it, or weld it in some places. And then as before, I showed you the key. I drilled this out bigger, got it here, got the steering wheel out because I actually just painted that. I wire wheeled it down, painted it, and here's how it came out. So then now the next step, weld that on, and then start cleaning up the frame to paint the frame. I got satin black here, so I'm going to go with satin black, paint the frame, and then once the frame's painted, I could then fix the mounts because the back mounts broke, and then this one side mount broke. Alright guys, so here's the battery box on. It's all the way on, and I painted it black just to blend in with the frame more, and I tightened it down. I'm going to take this part off and like round the edges. I just wanted to put it on, and but yeah, so that's how it looks. And when I painted that, I did kind of get carried away and painted everything else, so it's all been repainted, and as you see, you know, and which I even repainted like up here and back here a bit, but I didn't really have to because that's going to be covered. And another thing I did was, last time we were at the No Prep King, the brake ended up falling off because I didn't weld the brackets on all the way. And as I was looking, I noticed one spot, like right here, just had like a little tack, and that's all that was holding it. And then all right here and here was welded, so a lot was on this and none on this. So what I did was I took a bolt right here, I welded it from this top bracket down, so then there's a little more support. So I think it's looking a lot better. So the body's on the frame, kinda. I do have them bolted down. As you see, I cleaned the metal, and now I gotta just weld this here. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get another piece and kind of support it. So instead of it just sitting like this, I'll go here to here too, and kind of come out like a Y. So there's be a piece here, and just to strengthen that up. And I'll do the same on this side. And as of right now, I got the back jacked up a bit. I gotta raise this end up a bit because if you kind of look, this side's leaning a bit. So I'm gonna get something to make sure I have it level, and then I'm gonna go under and start welding up the pieces. Before I weld this piece up, what I want to do is I want to figure out this piece, the back bracket, because if you go, I'll bring you under. As you see, I cleaned up this back bracket, or this back metal. I took the one piece off, I cleaned it all up. So now I'm going to, I'll probably try to find it, because as of right now, as you see, I'll grab one of the old square pieces. As you see, it's at this angle, so it's at a funky angle. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll weld, well, I'll clean it up and stuff, but I'll weld it like this. And then I'm thinking, what if I get just a flat piece of metal to go across the whole thing? So instead of it just being these bars, I have metal that's going to go from on here to here, and it'll lay flat as well. So I'm wondering if that could help any as well. So and then, because as of right now, this, like, it was fine, but if you know you want to go off-roading and stuff, I feel like because of that angle, it's kind of odd. So I want to do this, and then like maybe a flat piece of metal. So I got it fully mounted now, and as you see, I ended up adding a bar going across to strengthen it up. I did it on both sides. Another thing I did, if you could look back here, I welded a flat piece going across the bars. So now when you look in, you see a flat piece instead of just the 3 bars. So that neatened it up. And from underneath, I welded some on the top, some on the bottom, and some on the bars itself. So I'm hoping that strengthens it up. I got this flag, and we're going to put it across the top, and it'll kind of be the roof. And I looked at some pictures. There's a slight curve in the roof, so we're thinking what we'll have to do is get like a thin piece of wood and try to make that little arch. But we're gonna do this so then it looks more complete for when, you know, when it sits, it'll have like a roof. I'll clamp it real quick and then show you guys what it looks like. So I got it clamped up. So this is kind of the idea. Of course we're going to fold the flag to the size it needs to be, because theirs isn't the whole top, but because ours is in a smaller frame, ours is going to be the whole top. So that's our thought with that, and hopefully we could get it clipped down right. Alright, so I'm working on the roof right now, and I've decided to go with some bed frame and to go over top to kind of give us that curve. So what I did was I took the bed frame, I marked out some lines on this one, as I already did on this one, and then I cut the lines, and as you see, it now has a slight curve to it. So I'm going to now cut these lines and hopefully get the same results as I did on this one. Alright guys, so I got the bars all welded up, kind of ground them down a bit. They don't have to be perfect, but I'll probably go over them again. But I just wanted to set them on to show you how it has a slight curve. So now our next step is to get the flag and figure out how we're going to put it on it. So here's what I did. You remember I took bed frame and I kind of bent it to kind of fit along, and then I got this, like, I don't know what kind of wood it's called, but it's like on the back it's like very like textured, and on the top it's very smooth. So I took that and I did the texture down, obviously, and what I did was I took a chunk here, marked it out, cut it out, and I used pop rivets to hold it on. And then across here, because of it having to be 2 sections, and so this spot or anywhere here wouldn't bow out or look odd, what I did was I took a piece of aluminum and it's underneath, and I riveted on as well, so all of this stays flat and it kind of strengthens it up just a little more. So now again, we got to get some spray glue and glue the flag on, and then the roof will be done. So once that's all said and done, I'll try to bring it out and show you guys it all complete. Alright guys, so this is where we're at and how it is going to look. So there's the roof. We got it all glued on, all cut out to where it needs. We even got it onto the sides to kind of clean up the sides. So that's how it looks. It gives it, as you see, the curve around the top, and I think it came out pretty nice. So I'm happy on how it came out. And I think one thing that I am going to have to do in the future, if I ever do something like this again, figure out a different way to hold the wood down, because as of right now you could see where the rivets are, and you know, it's not the smoothest, but I think it's fine because, as you know, dark roast is a little beat up anyhow, so it kind of just adds to it. Alright, so there it is, guys. The first one done, ready for the Autorama. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and stay tuned for us to pull out the next one to get that one going. We only got 14 days to get the next one done, so I'm going to have to push this one back a little and pull that one out and just get the working. So hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed your cruise down Delashment Road.